couple of days ago, or more depending on when I post this, I posted my 6 combos video for Yi Xuan. If you haven't watched it yet, it's linked in the description. Yi Xuan is a character without a strong metric to judge your combos, unlike the other characters I've done these videos for, like Hard Monster with dash attacks or Evelyn with their chain attacks. So I made a few mistakes that I'm going to clarify, so I'll show you some actual better combos that will be more damage than the ones I showed in that video. There were 2 main mistakes, as the comments pointed out, that I'll address. But before that, I'll quickly address a concept that's kind of the core of both mistakes. Obviously, you can swap cancel characters. Whenever a character is doing an animation, you can swap out and they will finish their animation from off-field. This is cool, but what happens when you tell the character to do something else before they are finished? Do they A, ignore your command and finish their business, or B, do the new command? The correct answer is B. As you can see, she cancelled her enhanced basic attack. Quick assists work the same way. Okay, now that I've explained that, let's get into the first mistake. The first is the simpler one, where some people said that I wasn't letting the hold basic explode, so I was losing some damage there. Well, okay, let's check out how her hold basic attack works then. As you can see, there's a steady stream of 14,000 with some 5,000 non-crits, and then it explodes for 20,000. So even if I was cancelling the explosion, it's not the majority of the damage, so it's not a huge damage loss, but if I'm optimizing combos, I shouldn't be cancelling it. Okay, so to know if I cancel the explosion, we just have to look out for that 20,000 number. So, do we get it? Yes, we did. Okay, so doing this does not actually cancel the explosion. Okay, so that wasn't actually a mistake, but I thought I should address it anyway. The second one, though, actually is a mistake. I put the ult animation cancels towards the end because they are harder to pull off. This is what the level 6 combo looks like.
Obliterate form and spirit. Witness the magic of music. Spirit and form. Evil shall be purged. As decreed.
So if you've been paying attention to this video, you can probably see what the problem is. But in case you didn't catch on, Yi Xuan's ultimate, even her talisman version, has a pretty long animation, and I used a chain attack to cancel out of it. So let's figure out how much damage did I actually cancel out of. So I'm going to use her talisman ult, and we get a steady stream of 51k and then 64k. So we're going to look out for that 64k to see if I completed the ult or not. So I'm going to start her charged basic attack, do her ultimate, chain attack, use Yi Xuan's chain attack, and yeah, no 64k, so that means I cancelled out of it too early. Yeah, I thought the ult damage came out faster than it did. Oops. Fun fact, if you use Nicole, you can actually just cancel the ultimate completely. So instead of cancelling half the ultimate's damage, you just make it do 0 damage entirely. Okay, so since that was obviously a mistake, what do I do instead? First, let me explain a little bit of the reasoning behind the combo. Her chain attacks actually aren't that good. Their multipliers are pretty weak, so they're just another source of damage, so I don't feel bad about cutting one out of the combo. And animation cancel are usually just good to do, since doing 2 things at once is generally better than doing 1 thing. So instead of cancelling the ultimate damage, let's look into a few possibilities. First, instead of just using Astra's chain attack, what if I also use the other agent's chain attack? I get more decibels for all my agents, and I'm no longer losing a big chunk of damage. Okay, that sounds like a good combo, so I guess our level 7 combo looks like this. Actually cut the music. That was good, but I can definitely do better. There are a couple of problems with that combo. For one, Yi Xuan has a lot of potential partners and all of them have different chain attack durations. So someone like the Panda has a really long chain attack animation, and I don't know if you really want to go through that every time. Second, there's no way that doing the stunner or defense agent's chain attack is the way to maximize Yi Xuan's damage in a single combo. Like, surely there's a way we can cut that out to give Yi Xuan a little bit more personal damage during the combo. So instead of doing another chain attack, I'll just use a quick assist to get back into Yi Xuan, and now I have 1 chain attack remaining. So I can do the same thing I did in some of the earlier combos, where I use the chain attack while she's doing her hold basic attack and chain attack during the explosion. Or even better yet, I could do the chain attack during the Auric Array if I need to use that. Now you might ask, what's the point of Astra doing her chain attack if all she's doing is sitting and waiting until the ultimate is finished? And it's almost like just not even doing the chain attack at all. Well, Swing Jazz exists, and that will give a nice damage boost during the stun window. Remember that Astral Voice doesn't actually have to be on Astro Yao or your support in order for your team to get the effect. Now, if you're running a stunner, you'll probably opt to run the new stunner set. I don't have a full set of that to test with because I'm in complete poverty building both Yi Xuan and the Panda, so I don't have one to test if this setup is better than running the stun set plus Swing Jazz or Astral Voice, but you're not always going to run a stunner with Yi Xuan. In fact, you're probably going to run the Panda, so this gives you the opportunity to run Swing Jazz on Astra instead. Okay, I think I have a winner. Not only does this maximize both parts of her additional ability, I also maximize the amount of hold basic attack damage I'm doing during the combo. So I guess our level 8 combo would look like this. Okay, this time for sure I didn't miss anything. Now a few questions still remain. For one, is it really worth cancelling the Auric Array during the stun window? Is this combo actually worth doing every time I reach a stun window? Or maybe you're just completely confused about everything that just happened on the screen. Well, I'll answer these questions in a proper Yi Xuan video that I'm working on, so I hope you'll check it out when I post it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.